Welcome back to Visiting the Cave, where men get to have their say. Right now, we're talking with the panel about why men stray from their wives or long-term girlfriends. This is the relationship segment of Visiting the Cave. So, now we were talking about vultures and loaded guns, and a little bit about priorities and the dating fading away from the relationship. So let's get some more of this. This is really, what can a woman do? And I noticed you said don't let the man out as a loaded gun. But what are some things that women do naturally, normally, that create the stress and create room for the vultures, as you were saying?
Well, you know what? Sometimes, let's be honest. There are some guys who don't care. They're not ready for a relationship in the beginning. They nourish that hedonistic side that is in everybody. And there are some who, because of some turmoil in a relationship, they fall victim to going outside. But there's no definite answer. It still all boils down to self-control, because you can have a hard relationship, but your love for your mate, if the foundation is not solid enough for you to withstand anybody, no matter who he or she is, and nowadays, then you're going to fall for it anyway, because there's no better feeling in the world than sex. I mean, who wouldn't want,
sex.
huh?
And new sex.
And new sex. You know, all women, y'all love a new pair of shoes. So, hey, we like a new pair of shoes sometimes. It feels good on our foot. I won't say feet. But it boils down to self-control most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Daryl, and then we'll follow up with you.
As far as a solution, try and keep the dating back in the relationship. Trying to remember what you two were drawn to initially. Being fun, being romantic, being sexy. Go on a date. You know, the only time you should dress up is not when you're going to work or church or something like that. Mm-hmm. You should dress up for your husband or your whoever your boyfriend as well. And once you stop doing things like that, I think it's room for the vultures and the loaded guns and all this other stuff we were talking about.
Okay, and Daryl?
I'm a big fan of Chris Rock because he's a philosophy comedian, and he said when it comes to affairs, the woman has to protect the man from himself. You need to know your man better than he knows himself.
Good point.
My philosophy, all men are dogs. They have that dog mentality. So what that woman needs to do is learn how to control her dog. Some men need an actual leash. You just can't let him go out on a Saturday night. You have to learn your man and keep your man.
Okay, so let's hear some.
And to that point, even all the learning in the world, if she knows him better than he knows himself, if his mentality is that
he just wants to be out there.
I see something new, I want it, then she doesn't have a chance. She really doesn't have a chance until he grows up.
Now, according to the media, this is kind of the Alicia Keys kind of situation, isn't it? Because wasn't she in some sort of scandal with someone else's, some guy who was already married with kids, and now she's pregnant, and he's out there already, according to what the media is saying. Now, that's the kind of scenario where, well, this is someone who's hedonistic and just wants to be out there, and the next new thing, the new thing is the hot thing, and that's where he wants to be.
You talking about the man's from the
Yes.
married man?
Yes.
See, we don't know what his reasoning was for doing it. He already has children. Is that what you're saying? This
Well, yeah,
man,
I guess
okay.
he's on his way to a tribe because now she's pregnant too, and she's there together.
The guy's a loser. The guy's a, I mean, he was
Ultimately,
married.
Wait,
Think about it. He was married. He was cheating with Alicia Keys. He gets her pregnant. I don't know if they got married or not, but they were a couple for a minute. Now he's off to another woman. He got her pregnant as well?
No, I don't know about another pregnancy, but I know he's on tour telling people, when I meet you in your city, we're going to get together.
Well, he's
We're
wrong.
hooking up.
He's flat out wrong.
He's a man with power. A man will
feels
cheat
entitled.
for any reason
feels
at
entitled.
all. But you show me a man with power, I'm going to show you a man who is tempted on a regular basis.
Okay, well, you know what?
Self-control.
We're gonna get back to this. This is getting really interesting, but we're gonna take a quick break.